What's up, guys? My name is Moose78, and today we have the very first episode on my new series, Stories from the Road. Today we'll be taking a load of eggs from San Francisco down to San Diego, and we'll discuss a few random topics and such along the way. Heading south down here on I-5, getting ready to jump off on the exit here. Now, when I pick out a load, I try to accomplish a couple things. The first one is getting a trailer that I like because, you know, you got to look good for those screenshots, right? And the second is I try to get a load that runs the length of the map, either from, you know, like far north Cali down to south Cali, or, you know, from one corner of California to the opposite corner of Nevada. Just makes the trip just a little bit longer. Like, overall, I think this run probably gonna take me about 20 minutes or so. Somewhere along those lines. And as you can see here, I have switched trucks. My first couple videos, I was driving the Kenworth T680, and I have switched to what I'm calling my company-issued Peterbilt 579. I didn't want to do like a full-on story campaign, I guess, if you will, where I just started out with the starter truck, then I worked my way up to where I bought my own truck and so forth. Going this route, it kind of, I guess, for the lack of a better term, kind of adds to the roleplay, if you will, or kind of adds to the story a little bit, I guess, by using the company-issued 579, which I say company-issued because it was issued by my VTC, or virtual trucking company, KTI, or Collada Transportation. So that just kind of adds to the story a little bit, I guess. But as you saw there, Bora did a phenomenal job on this truck. Looks great, really enjoyed driving it, and big thanks to him for giving this out to all the KTI guys. And KTI is not actually my VTC, it's just the VTC that I am a part of. And another thing I've changed, when I first started playing ATS, I was using the Logitech Momo, which is an older Logitech wheel. Pretty sure that's been discontinued because the only place I could find it was on Amazon, and they were all either refurbs. The one I actually got was a retail salvage, and it was pretty good condition. Good solid wheel. If you can pick one up around $100, and if you were looking for a good cheap, I guess, entry-level wheel, I would say go for it. The only downside to it was it just had the accelerator and the brake pedal, no clutch or anything like that, so I really couldn't, you know, shift or anything like that. Wasn't very realistic. So I picked up a Logitech G27. And the G27 has really kind of added to my overall enjoyment of the game. You know, it's got all the pedals. So we're good on gas, so I'm not going to worry about stopping here, so we'll just roll on by. But it's got all the pedals. It's got the brake, it's got the clutch, it's got the accelerator, and it's got, you know, the 8 shifter, so I can actually do some serious shifting now, I guess, if you will. And kind of to my surprise, there's a little bit of a learning curve with the shifting. I still kill it from time to time, getting better at it, but got a way station coming up here. Or start to back her down here. There we go. Another look at the truck here. That's interesting. I haven't noticed that before. You notice I'm on patch 1.2, the open beta, and now it shows you the gross vehicle weight of the scales, which is pretty cool. And there we go. We killed it. Yee. Stap it. I'm gonna take the parking brake off. That probably helped. Oh, look at that. There we go. There we go. Now, as you guys notice there, I am pulling Ivan's Utility 3000R reefer. Another thing Bora converted. This is kind of the beta test of that. Kind of checking that out. Looks really good. Bear in the grass over there. Get up to speed here and get the crew set again. Now, typically when I run California, I try to set the cruise around 57, 58 mile an hour. 58 mile an hour is about the max I'll go. I don't think I've got a ticket yet, but setting it at 58. Anytime you go like around 59 or above, more often than not, I'll get a ticket for speeding. So 58 seems to be about the max. But if I hit 57, I'm good with that too. I always joke with some of the other guys that as soon as they expand out of California, it's going to be kind of like real life where I just don't run California at all. Well, not that I actually run California in real life, but just a lot of truckers out there, you know, kind of refuse to run California. So as soon as they expand out, I can see me kind of doing that in the virtual sense, if you will. And hopefully they expand, you know, up north. I had mentioned that in one of my previous videos that I was really, really wanting them to expand north with the next expansion, like up into Montana, Oregon, stuff like that, just because, you know, northern Nevada is just beautiful in this game. And I better back it down here a little bit. Just about got it up to 75 with a cop in front of me, so better back her off and get the cruise reset. But as we roll along here, just wanted to bring up a topic that was mentioned in my last video, which was my channel update, and I'll link that down below if you're interested in checking that out. But Stretch379 BBM had mentioned that he'd been playing Truck Sim since back in the PTTM days, or Pedal to the Metal days. And it really got me thinking back to those days, because that's about the time I started to get into the truck sims. And just remember just how fun that game was. You could run all over the country, up into Canada, and it had the full North American map, pretty much. And man, those were just some fun times back in the day. And one of the sites that I really remember going to pretty much like every day was the old Japanese mod site. A lot of cool stuff on that site. I think my favorite mod from there was the big old Freightliner Classic XL. Put a lot of miles on that thing in that game. Then some other cool forums and stuff. Big Mix Customs. And then, of course, SCR, Smarty's Custom Rigs, which he's actually back in the community now, releasing some stuff. He's active over there on his site. Be sure to check that out. We'll link that down below as well. But what are some of your fond memories of PTTM? Go ahead and share those down below. I'd love to hear some of your guys' stories from the good old days, if you will. It's about 20 to 8 here in game, so I better get the lights on. Pretty smooth run so far. No major incidents, so I'm liking that. One nice thing about running California in this game is it's pretty easy to, get good fuel mileage. So I'm at about 5.1 right now, which isn't too bad. I'd like to get a little bit better, but we just jumped up to 5.2, so not doing too bad on the fuel mileage. Nice scenery here off to our right. Ah! Exit up ahead here, back her down. See if we can't kill it up the hill. Uh-oh. Oh, no, oh boy. Ah! Killerino and crash. Like I said, I'm still kind of getting used to this G27, so... Oh, thought I had it. Thought I had it. All right, there we go. Whew. Nothing coming that way. Good to go. And it looks like in the 1.2 patch that looks like they might have put a couple new AI vehicles in the game. I noticed back there at that motel it looked like there was a big 4x4. I don't know if it was a Ford or a Toyota. But I had noticed that in the game before, so not sure if that's new with the 1.2 beta patch or not. Ah! You noob. Seriously? Wow. Gotta get in front of that truck. Unfortunately, that happens a lot in real life, so... Yep. Wow. Promise I'll get better at shifting, guys. Change, come on, change. Yes. Yes. Afraid to change gears or anything now, afraid I'll kill it again. Yikes. I've actually not hired any drivers or anything like that yet. Still sounds like that needs some tweaking. Just from some of the comments I read and stuff. So maybe once they get that fixed up a little bit, maybe I'll hire a couple drivers or whatever, but eh. It's not really that big of a deal to me, I guess. Alright guys, looks like we're about to our destination, so I'm going to go ahead and start to wrap this up. Just thanks for stopping by and checking out the first episode of Stories from the Road. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll come back next week for episode 2. If so, please give the video a thumbs up, and if there is a topic you'd like to discuss, or if you have a question, be sure to leave a comment down below. And if you're not already subscribed and are enjoying the ATS content, please consider subbing now. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. We'll catch you in the next one. Take care.